So no, he wasn't no CEO, creator. He wasn't nothing like that.
Go to the Drake. What else are they gonna play? It's high and niggas won't take. Hey, I'm having my way. Say I ain't having this way. Say I ain't having this way. And like the
Hey y'all, it's your girl Jetta Jaye, and I'm back with another video for y'all this week. As you can see by the title, this is a story time about a failed date I have with a shoe cleaner. So before we get into it, just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say. I don't know, we reached 300 subscribers, so hey, it took me a year to get 100 subscribers, and this year I've gained 200 alone. So period, I'm doing my thing. Thank y'all everybody. And also I feel like this is a record for like the longest I've worn a wig. Like, I promise you, I've had this wig for at least 3 videos. Like, that's crazy. I change my wig every single day. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the story, y'all, because you know I be rambling. All right, y'all, so this was of course taking place my junior year of college. Like I told y'all, your girl was single. A lot of these men story times I have are like that time frame because I was just doing a lot. So yeah, this was like fall break. Actually, this might have been fall or winter break because I remember very specifically I was wearing some Uggs. So yeah, it could have been fall, it could have been winter. It was one of them times. It was junior year of college, right? So one thing about it, I told y'all when I would come home, I would have to have a job. And also, my grandma, one thing about her, she's gonna have you go to the store and get her something. So this was around the time she had me like running everywhere. Like, as soon as I came home, can you go here for me? Can you go here? Can you go here? You want to take me here? Can you take me here? Like, I'm talking about she was running me through the streets. So she had told me like, can you go to the mall? And I think I was supposed to take something back for her. I don't remember like the very specifics of what I was in there either getting for her or returning. Just know she sent my ass out there. So of course it's some type of break, fall break, winter break. I don't have all my clothes for real. I dressed comfy like all my breaks. All my clothes I packed were very comfy, or I was either, you know, gonna go to the store eventually and end up coming back, of course, to school with some new clothes for that semester, right? So this day I was bummy. Like, I didn't care, and I don't care about these people in my hometown. So I'm like, I don't really need to dress up like that. I'll be cool, right? Nobody's gonna see me. Nobody goes to the mall, right? So I'm in like, I just got on something basic. Like, I had on like some leggings, like a jacket, probably a Columbia jacket, this furry black one that I always wear, either that one or a black North Face. And then I had on like some old dingy Uggs. And my hair was just like this, but like black. Because one thing about it, I'm gonna give me a body wave. But that's besides the point. So I'm just dressed comfy. Like, I don't really look like nothing. I probably didn't even have a shirt on. Like, I got my jacket on. As long as it's zipped up, I'm cool, right? So my grandma sends me out to the store. So I'm out there, and y'all already know, like, when you go to a mall, well, I don't know if everybody knows this, but where I'm from and the places I've been, majority of the time they've had this like little kiosk in the mall, right? So in our mall is so small. Like, it's literally just a cross. You can go this way or you can go this way. That's it. There's no upstairs to shop. That's it. And really the main stores are like on the back 3 sides. Like, that's it. The mall is trash. But stay with me, y'all. So I'm walking through the mall, right? Like, I'm passing by these kiosks, and you know, when you go to the mall, there's so many kiosks. Like, in the middle, people are trying to stop you left and right, whether they're trying to give you some hand cream, they trying to straighten your hair. Why did I let somebody I had a wig on, and somebody, this is a whole different story, but I had a wig on and this man stopped me. You know how they be selling them straighteners in the mall, right? And he was like, oh my gosh, your hair is so beautiful. Like, can I straighten your hair? Mind you, it's like this. So I'm like, sure. Like, this is before I realized like you should not do this because they're not gonna let you get up until you pay that bill. So he starts like straightening one side of my hair or whatever, and he's talking to me like he's putting this serum in, like he's really like, my shit is looking good. Mind y'all, the whole time he's doing my hair, he's still talking about like how beautiful it is and like how nicely it's straightening, knowing goodness well he sees those tracks. Like he was just trying to make a sale. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like this straightener is amazing. And he's like, yeah, it's like $300. So I'm like, I'm good. Like, I don't need that. I'm fine. And he was just like, oh, no, for you, I'll do it. I'll do 170. I'm like, I can't afford that. And while he's talking to me, like he's still doing my hair, but now he's starting to slow down. So I got like this side done and then this side curly. So he's doing it and I'm like, yeah, I just really can't afford that. Like, I just wanted to test out how the straightener works. Like, I'm ready to get up, right? He's like, okay, how about this? For you, I'll do 70. So I'm like, 70? Don't sound too bad. Y'all, I walked out there with a $70 straightener and I still use it to this day, but I did not need that. And no, he did not finish the side of my head. That should have been part of the agreement. But yes, long story short, to this short mini story time, in between this story time, is they will try to stop you. Like, they hound you so bad. So there's this one specific kiosk in the mall where they clean shoes. If you know, you know. You do not want to be caught in the mall with some nice shoes on, because they are going to hunt you down. Like, and if you don't stop, they get ready to talk about you. Like, they gonna damn near have you ready to fight because you didn't want to get your shoes clean. Like, they are aggressive. Off bat, when I know that I'm getting ready to pass this kiosk, because I had to turn, let's say they were on the left, I had to turn left and go all the way down to get to the store that my grandma wanted me to get something or return something. So I'm just like, oh, fuck, I gotta pass these niggas. And I'm a woman at that. Like, y'all already try to stop people for shoes and hound them. Just imagine a woman, like, they're on your ass. So I'm walking down there and I'm like all in my phone, and I see one of the boys like walking past, but like he's walking like he's looking for something in the mall, like he's on break or something. So he's walking and he keeps like looking over at me while I'm still like in my phone, but I'm still paying attention to what's going on. And he's like looking at me, and then he stops and I keep walking like I didn't see him, and then like he stays there for a second and he keeps going. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, don't, like, when I come back, he's gonna ask me about these damn shoes. So I'm just like, mind you, I had Uggs on. Like, why are y'all even trying to clean my shoes? I'm confused. So I'm walking. I'm on my phone. I start walking slower once I get to their kiosk, because the man, like the other boy that's left there, he, like, more people were getting ready to pass on the opposite side, and he was like looking towards their direction, right? So once I see him start trying to talk to them, I booked it. I fly past that kiosk like so fucking fast. I'm like running. So I go in this store and I get or do whatever I'm supposed to be doing in there. And while I'm in there, I noticed the boy that was walking the other way originally and stopped and did all that, I noticed that he's walking past like the glass of the store. So I'm like, he's either gonna try to clean my shoes when I come out of here, or he's gonna try to talk to me. Like, you can just tell, like, you want something from me. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, how can I prolong me being in this store? I start acting like I'm shopping and stuff. I start really shopping and stuff, like really looking at stuff, picking stuff up, like, oh, this is a cute top, like, oh, maybe I should go try this on. Like, I'm trying to do anything to like stall him out so that he'll just go and I can just try to run out of here again. So let me describe this boy and give him a name, because this is the boy the story time's about, obviously. So let's name him, I can never think, I was getting ready to say his real name. I can never think of a name. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna name him Oscar, because he looks like Oscar a little bit from Shark Tales. I'm not gonna lie, like I told y'all before, if you don't know, I like people that look like something. So he really looked like a little fish. Like, he was light skinned. Of course, tall, skinny, and at that time I had heard that the skinny boys be slinging it. So again, family, I hope you're not watching this, but yeah, I heard that the skinny boys be having that. So of course, I'm like, when I'm trying to stay in the store, it's not because like you're not attractive. I just don't want to be bothered. Like, I look a mess, I don't know you, you're following me to the store, like like, let me, you know, let me want you first. Like, I don't know. I'm like in there for a little bit, and I finally come out. I don't know where he went. I stopped paying attention to him, hoping that he would just go. So when I came out, the coast was clear. So I start walking, but of course I have to go back down towards this way to get to my car because I gotta walk this way and that way. So I'm bound to walk past this place, right? So I'm walking, I'm just trying to keep my head down. Like, I just keep acting like I'm on my phone, like on Twitter scrolling, acting like I'm texting, knowing I'm typing a tweet, like what the fuck. Like all of that. And obviously he didn't care, because even when I was doing that prior, he was still looking over and stopping and everything else. So I should have known. So I get up to the kiosk and I look up a little bit, and there he is. He's standing there. And so I try to hurry up and like walk past. So I like get real close to the wall, because like they're in the middle, and then I can get like, it's not that far, but there's some space between us. So I start to get like real close to the wall to like zip by. So I'm stepping over to the wall and I'm zipping by, and he's like, oh, hey, wait. I'm like, I don't need my shoes clean. I have Uggs on. He's like, no, this is the best shoe cleaner you've ever heard of, or whatever. I'm like, I don't care.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
So I'm still like walking. I'm like, no, I'm good, thank you. And then he's like, well, can I get your Snapchat? And I was like, at this point, like I told y'all, he was cute to me. Like, he looked like a little fish, and I mean, I was trying to see what that was about. So I'm like, how old are you? So he tells me, and I think he said he was like 20, because at this time I was like 22. And I remember I told him like, oh, you're little. And he was like, no, but I'm a grown man though. Like, just find out. Like, just give me your Snapchat, and if you don't fuck with me, like, you can just delete me. So I'm like, okay. So I add him, and he's like, I'm gonna hit you up now or whatever. So he messages me. And then I'm like, all right, cool. So we're talking as I'm leaving out, like literally on Snapchat. And he immediately starts talking about, oh, I'm trying to take you on a date. Like, why didn't you say all that back then? Like, you waited till we got on Snapchat. Obviously, you don't have nothing to do because you're walking around the mall and shit. But anyway, he's like, yeah, I'm trying to take you on a date. Like, I'm a grown man. Like, I'm trying to show you. Not a grown man. So I'm like, oh, well, what are you trying to do? So he's like, oh, I'm not from where you from. Like, I kind of figured that. Not that I really know everybody who lives here, but it's like, you don't look like you from here, because somebody who looks like you would have been got snatched. Like, I'm gonna just be honest. There's not that many fine men here. I'm gonna just be honest with you. So you would have been got. So I was just like, yeah, I never thought you were from here. And that's really why I gave him my information anyway, because it's like, you're fine, you're new, what's up, you're skinny. Yeah, he's talking about this date, and he's just like, you know, I'm not really from here, but I know there's like a movie theater up the street, like we can go out to eat and like go to a movie theater and stuff. So I'm like, okay, that sounds good. And at this time I hadn't really been on that many dates. Like, me and my ex would go on dates, but it would be like that, like dinner, movie. So I'm just like, cool, that sounds good. You know, I feel like that is a date, but for a first date, I would not recommend that, just because I guess at the dinner portion you guys can talk, but like when the movie comes, you're not really saying anything. You're just sitting there with somebody for hours. So I would not recommend. I'd rather do like a fun activity or something and get to know you and have fun at the same time, but that's just me. Anyways, I'm like, okay, tell me, like, you pick the date and the time and I'll be ready, right? So he's like, bet. I think he had told me like he wanted to go around 5 o'clock on Friday because he wanted to eat first and then have time for the movie. And I think the movie was at like 7 o'clock or something. So around those times, that's when we're supposed to go, right? On a Friday. So the week goes, we're talking, we're getting to know each other. I'm asking him like, are you single? Do you have any kids? Do you have a crazy ex-girlfriend? Like, all that. You gotta ask these because they're not going to tell you. So I'm asking him all these questions, you know, getting to know him. I'm asking where is he from, like all of that. So he's telling me, I don't remember where he said he was from, honestly. I have no idea. I just remember he wasn't from my hometown. He was probably from like 3 hours away because a lot of people from there come here. So I don't know. That doesn't matter in the story. So we gonna move on. Sorry y'all, my neighbors came home and it got a little loud, but I'm back. So yeah, we're talking throughout the week. Friday comes and I'm the type, like, I'm not gonna message you the day of and ask you like, is it still on? Because to me, you as the man, if it's still on, or you, not even as the man, you as the initiator, if you ask me on a date, then you should message me and be like, hey, are we still on for today? Whatever. Yes, we've been talking throughout the week, but don't just assume that somebody knows that the plans are still on if you don't confirm them, because people will ghost you. And just let me know, are we going or not? So it's Friday, I'm going on about my day. Of course, like, I'm getting myself together. Like, I have, well, let me not even say I'm getting myself together, because I'm really not doing a lot that I wouldn't already be doing even if I wasn't going on a date with you. So I think I had like got my eyebrows done, of course had on some lashes, you know, just looking cute. So time's going by, he finally messages me on Snapchat. I want to say he messaged me around like 2 o'clock and he was like, hey, like, we're still on for tonight. What time are you coming to pick me up? Did y'all hear me? This man said, what time are you coming to pick me up? Almost fucking lost it. I was just like flabbergasted. Like, when I tell you I opened the message and I didn't even respond for a little bit, because I was just like, what? He must have meant, what time do you want me to come pick you up? Like, that's what I think he meant, right? So I'm like, you can come pick me up around like 4:40. Like, I'll be ready around 4:40, 4:45. He's like, no, I don't have a car. So, like, I was asking you, what time would you be able to pick me up for the date? Why the fuck are you initiating dates and you do not have a vehicle, or at least a means to get there? Like, even if you didn't have, like, within that week, you didn't think to tell me you didn't have a vehicle or I was supposed to pick you up? Like, you didn't think to say that? Like, that never crossed your mind? How we're getting there never crossed your mind? Like, what if I didn't have a car? Then what? You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying before that, it's just like, it's not even the fact that you didn't have a car, which granted, yes, it kind of was, because I skipped a part. So throughout us texting and stuff through the week, remind you, I told you he works at this shoe kiosk, right? So he was telling me like, oh yeah, like, I'm the owner of that kiosk. Me and my friends came up with this idea, and like, we're the #1 shoe cleaning brand. Like, you can look it up right now. So I'm looking it up and I'm like, damn, like, y'all really came up with this? Like, I'm really thinking he got a little money. Like, I don't know why I was thinking that, and he's working at the shoe kiosk, but I mean, like, I felt like maybe he was just hustling. Like, he was just trying to really get his product out there so that people will like really see it and start buying it, and it'll keep blowing up, you know? So no, he wasn't no CEO, creator. He wasn't nothing like that. Like, he wasn't nothing like that at all. He was just an employee. Because there's no way you're telling me you own this business and you don't have a vehicle. You don't have your own apartment. Like, he was telling me how him and the other dudes that live there, like, they are roommates together and stuff. So I'm just like, you know, stuff wasn't really adding up. But again, I was dumb. He was fine. And I was trying to see what that was about. So like, I was just going with the motions. Plus, I mean, if you just moved here from like out of town, I don't really fault you for having roommates, and you're like 20, so eventually you're gonna get on your feet and keep it moving. But yeah, he wasn't no, like I said, no CEO, no nothing like that. Now fast forward back to the part we were on before this. I'm sorry, this story is all over the place. It's so chaotic. But yes, fast forward back to where we were. So I was just like, you didn't think to tell me that I would need to pick you up, or like even get an Uber, like get an Uber to the movies and be like, oh, we can just meet at the movies, or are you able to just meet at the movies, because you know I don't have a car right now. He waited until the day of, a few hours before, to tell me I need to come pick him up for our date. So I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I told him my car broke down. It didn't, but I don't know, something about me picking up a man for a date just really doesn't sit well with me. Like, why am I doing that? And I'm trying to upgrade. Like, I'm not trying to be picking nobody up. Like, I was already doing that with my ex. I don't want to pick you up too. Like, I want somebody with a vehicle now. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. And you weren't upfront about it either. So that's another thing. Like, you should let me have that choice before we got to the day of and you tried to throw it on me. And I'm thinking you can pick me up. No. And who's to say if he would have even had any money once we went on the date? Because if you didn't even disclose that you didn't have a way to get to the date, imagine when he was going to disclose that he didn't have any money. I bet you it was going to be right there at that front door, and baby, I was not going to find out. So I told him my car was broke down. I got him ready, and that was that. Like, I got him ready. I probably either went to sleep or ended up doing something that night with my cousins and stuff. But like, other than that, he wasn't gonna see me. Like, I'm so sorry, but he wasn't gonna see me. So I remember like a couple weeks later, he had sent me a Snapchat and he was just like, hey, like, I still want to go on a date with you. Like, let me know when you're available. And I'm just like, I just don't. Like, did you not get the, I guess I really didn't tell him, like, no, I don't want to go on a date with you because I don't want to pick you up. But I haven't talked to you since that day. I told you I thought you was going to pick me up, and that was weird. So, I mean, you would think he would just let it go, and he didn't. But he still messaged me for like weeks to come after that, which I would kind of entertain him every now and then, not gonna lie. Like, he would send me Snapchats, I would send him Snapchats back. But I knew it wasn't going nowhere until he got a car. And I don't know what happened to him. He fell off the face of the earth, and that was that. I don't know what happened to Oscar. I literally used the name one time. But yeah, y'all, if y'all like this story, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.